Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. I just got up from nap, so I'm awake. Wanted to be honest, I really was not super happy with the last two videos I did in regards to the Minmatar Liberation games. Um, just kind of boring, to be honest with you. Um, the one of them did get a lot of looks, mainly because I think people were looking to get information about the Minmatar Liberation games, and I really don't do a whole lot of that. It's more about gameplay. So I think I'm going to stop doing those unless something crazy happens that I think is really interesting. And I am actually, ooh, shoot, Triglavian forces. Um, I'm trying something a little bit new. Okay, I'm going to be going into Triglavian forces here. But I do have a hint to do here in a second. Um, let's go ahead and I just want to pay attention here because I think it's a really good hint that I found. I just want to be ready for when you never know. I think that if you're going into Triglavian system, they could actually be watching it. Now I am in a pretty agile ship, so I might be able to just get right through here. But we're going to try it out here real quick. And there's a reason why I'm coming through here. So, okay, I don't see anybody on gate. I'm just going to jump on through and hopefully I don't have to worry about it. I am in high sec, but I'm on my way to low sec, and I have a reason for doing this. Um, but let me just get through this gate here. I'll give you my hint for the day, which I think is a pretty good one. It's actually promoting another video. One thought that I had was to, if I don't have a specific hint as a video for the day, I still would like to. Wow, I did watch a lot of videos today. Um, point out other people's videos that might be really helpful and what I actually look toward them. So, almost there. We're through. 28 people in system. Cool. Did I watch all this junk today? There we go. Is that? Nope, that's not what I was looking for. So another one. Let me just try. I'm stopping right now because what I'm about to do is actually pretty important, or you need to stay focused on. But I want to show you this video that I found earlier today that might be really helpful, um, and maybe promote somebody else's site. Had it in my history, D-scan. That's it. Okay. So let me go ahead and. Whoa, that is a commercial. Let's go ahead and get that sound off. Okay, so you guys, if you watch any YouTube, you've probably seen his videos. If not, I would really suggest them. They're one of the ones that I haven't watched enough of. But this is Hateless Gaming. He, I remember, used to be on Talking in Stations a lot. I really enjoyed listening to him talk. But he does a video, and this is about a little bit over a year old. And there are a ton of videos out there explaining directional scanning and that sort of thing. But I really like the way that he's always talked and brings up things. But so if you look up Hateless Gaming and an EVE Online D-Scan guide, my suggestion is he goes really fast through this and he gives a ton of information. Um, so I wouldn't watch this on the side unless you're just wanting to listen to somebody talk, and then maybe watch it if you're wanting the specifics. But the thing that I really got from it, and I think he's one of the best PVE runners in the game. He does really well with that. He flies really expensive ships, but he knows how to keep himself safe. And what I got from it after about a couple of minutes, I didn't really get the tricks of the trade as much from him because I knew a lot of the stuff he was already talking about. But watching how he so fluidly moved through his directional scanning and doing things left and right, left and right, left and right, that is so much faster than what I do. And it gave me a realization as to um, uh, best way I can put it is I used to play low level tournament poker and I used to do okay, but I was never a professional. But I made money versus losing it, and I have the numbers to back that up. But I never, was not a professional. Um, and I think of that. My gaming in Eve right now is comparison to somebody like him who is like a um, uh, one of the high level professional poker players, and the stuff that's going through their brains that I don't spend the time or the effort to do. And I think watching him taught me that there's so much more to the game, and to recognize that there are always going to be people out there that are better at certain things than I am, but just still have an enjoyment. And I really enjoyed watching him do it. So if you want to watch his video, it's about 16 minutes long, but that's what I look for in a lot of videos, not so much what they have to tell me. Now, I'm going to rewatch this a couple times, parts of it, um, to see exactly how he's doing certain things. Maybe I can make my game better, but that's my hint of the day. So please check him out, and he's got a ton of other videos. A lot of his videos are for, because he's been doing it for a long time. They're ships that I will never be able to fly. Um, but after watching his video and not being so happy with the last two videos I did, it was just more me jabbering on. I was thinking a lot today about what could I do that would be interesting for the viewer, but also be action oriented, because nobody really wants to watch me do planetary interaction. I can give you a hint or an update for uh, 30 seconds and say, hey, this is where it's at, blah, blah, blah. And one of my thoughts was to do a new experiment doing market trading, and do one of these challenges. You know how somebody takes a penny and they trade it and they trade it and they trade it, and sooner or later they buy a house out of it, to do an experiment with that. But that is not good viewership. That is boring. That would be me looking at spreadsheets. Now, I might still do that because it might be fun for myself, but I'm not going to make a video about that. So after watching him, I was trying to think of, and it started going in my head because I play the scavenger lifestyle. What is something that I could always fall back on that would be fun for me and be interesting for somebody to watch? And I just did it, just to show you here. Um, I should pull up another dot land because I want to show the other part here. And I think I'm going to try this out today, but I think it might just be fun for everybody involved. If I don't have anything specific each day, I can just pull this up and just do it. Um, so what I ended up doing for the first time, and I don't know how well this will work out, it will put me in danger a lot. I almost got shot twice doing this. Um, but I went into Dotland, and actually I went into the in-game browser and looked to see which systems had the most deaths recently. And you can do that by coming into your in-game map and then changing your setting here to ships destroyed in the last hour. And it's been about an hour since then, so I don't know how much it's up on here. Um, but uh, there was a system by the name of Maya that I went to because I saw that it had had a larger number of deaths. Maya, M-Y-A. It's in every shore. I had never been there before. It was a low-sec system. Could be that it was gate camped. I took a chance going into it. It wasn't gate camped. There was a battle that happened. So, and if you watch Hateless's video, he talks about using your directional scan to pinpoint down where different things are. And so I went into the system and I scanned down a station, and turned out there were a bunch of wrecks there. And so I flew to the wrecks at 100 kilometers out, and the ship that I have is a low-level exploration ship, and there were a bunch of player shipwrecks that were there. And make a long story short, some of them had equipment, some of them didn't. And there was another, I think it was a Hecate that was there. I cloaked up and I was just kind of watching and paying attention as to what was going on. And he was going around and picking off the salvages and taking it away. So whenever he left to go drop off his loot, I flew in and grabbed some from one of the wreckages, and it was worth like 13 million ISK. He actually flew back in, tried to target me. I got away, so I got 13 million of ISK like that. Um, and it was kind of fun. It was an active gameplay. And that was my first try at it. I didn't know that there were going to be a lot of wrecks there. I was kind of hoping there would be a battle going on so I could cloak up and watch the battle. And I think I want to do a lot of that in videos. So, being the scavenger, I'm being kind of a vulture on taking wrecks. I can be killed doing that, but I'm doing it in low sec, does it? So I don't think it flags me. And then I thought, well, where can I find out? So if you notice here, Maya here was the system I was in, and 54 ships had been killed in the hour. Now, um, Tama is one of your high-level ganking areas. It's a it's almost number one all the time. Amamake is similar. It is a big faction warfare area. So what I thought was I might start just going to these systems. Either I might look to see if there's a first I'll look to see if there's a regular big battle that's going on, and maybe I can get some views of that. It will be dangerous. I could die doing it. Um, or what I could do is, if there isn't a big battle going on that's near me, I could then go to maybe Tama or Amamake or one of these other systems that generally have a decent number of faction warfare stuff, and maybe get some videos of that. And I could basically kind of embed myself into a war zone and give some views of that. At the same time, work on my D scan like Hateless does, and work on my ship flying ability and my cloaking. Maybe I will probably be doing it with some cheap ships like I have right now for quite a while. So that is going to maybe get me to die. But pretty much just have some fun. So the reason why I've stopped where I'm at is um, this is Tama right here. And the thing you always want to look for, and I haven't been to Tama in a long time, I almost always avoid it, which in reality, if you're avoiding something all the time, maybe you should go check it out. Um, so this right here is the jump from low sec to high sec, and it's a major entrance point. So a lot of times, this gate right here in Tama is gate camped. So if you try to get through it, there's a good chance they might stab you and kill you. Did something just happen to me? I heard something go off there. Beep, beep, boop. Maybe somebody just flew by me. Um, so, long story short, I don't want to come in from this direction. Now, I might be able to get through, I might not, but why take the chance? And I can always spin around it. So what I ended up doing was I flew into Norwegian, and then I actually swung around this way, um, and I'm going to try to come in the back door to Tama. Does that mean that this is not going to be gate camped? I can't say that isn't going to happen. But what I can do is at least can limit my chances of dying there. There are always going to be deaths in here, so you're looking to see if it's safe. Tama is probably the most unsafe system on average out of any place. So why not go there? But part of today will just be my travel to get up through here and see what goes on. There could be a gate camp along here. Obviously, this is faction warfare space, so you got to be a little bit careful. The other part too is if I do it in an exploration ship and I'm not able to find something important, maybe I can just go scan down something and get some money off of that. So I've got a couple different things I can do playing this way at any point in time. I could look for a big battle and do some videos of that. I could look for a big battle or a small battle in Tama and maybe scavenge some stuff. Or if things are quiet, just go out and scout out and take a look at different systems. And I think that might be a nice little filler for a lot of days where I'm not sure what I want to do videos of. The last 2 days, like I said, I wasn't too happy with the videos, and because I think I was searching to make a video versus just playing and having fun and including you guys in it. Um, so how much time we got on this one? We're at 15 minutes. So let's see. I'm gonna try. I think I am in one of these two systems. I'm gonna try to work my way up to Tama this way. Um, I think I'm. Am I in a Oshami or Oisio? No, I'm in Yaira. 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 Okay, where is that at? Was I off by one? Oh, I'm right here. So I'm one off of there. So I'm 2 jumps away. Now this is the scary one here. Now I'm not as worried going right here because there's 2 jumps in here. I'm more worried about this jump here because it's 1 jump to get into faction warfare space. So there's a chance that this might be gated here. So I'm going to focus more on that and get going. And this way, if I play this way for a while, unless I have something specific, like I still want to do my ship testing. The only problem is, as you get into higher level ships, it takes longer to skill into those ships. So I can't do them as often as I was doing. But I can do those videos, and if anything else pops up, I can do that. But this is might be a nice fallback to have good content for both myself and anybody who's watching. Um, and it's really good practice for me as far as flying and getting things down. I think the more you challenge yourself, the more you fail, the better you'll get at something. Coffee time. Okay, so we got 16 people in the system. I have never been here, so this will be a nice little keep an eye out for things. Now, just to show you here, now I'm going into Ysera, and I don't have any deaths there or in there. Oop, I need to close this out. I need to keep my eyes open. No fooling around. So we got 11 people in the system. You know me, I gotta make my safe spots. What is that? A Gnosis just came warping in. Okay. This is all I'm doing. I'm just... because I've never really been here before. So I have a safe spot now. D-scan up. Let's get this opened up a little bit more so I can see what's going on. Now, I know, figure out where Tama is and set that up. It's 10 jumps away, so we got a little ways to go. If anything pops up in the meantime, if I run into a system that's empty that has some cosmic signatures, I can always scan those down. This is, I think I'm moving into faction warfare space now. Don't really need the Liberation Day thingy up. Minotaur Liberation Games, don't really need that up. There's a Cyno there. Oh, I am in faction warfare space. I'm stupid. Thought I was moving into it, but I'm already there. Okay. Glue Bag is the name of the... I always like to look at the names of people. So that is a public station. This is a... oh, this is a minor luminality for the Triglavians, I think. My understanding is whenever the Triglavian invasion happened, a lot of videos have talked about how the Kaldari were much more susceptible to it versus the Minmatar or the Amar, and they had a lot more systems that were pushed harder because of the way their systems are set up. So, yep, there's that entropic disruptor. I don't want anything part of that. Location, safe, warp. Entropic disintegrator. That's not good. I don't think I really needed to warp back to the safe spot, but and like I said, if you've watched my videos before, I like to just make these save spots so that if I do die along the way, I've at least accomplished something. Um, so I got nobody. The other thing I'm doing here is I'm just checking to see if there's anybody near the gate. Now, oh, I don't have my angle up. Ooh, that was dumb of me. Okay. So, got a Naga here. Now, a Naga that is a battle cruiser. So the question is, now it's a large hybrid turret. It's a mobile tractor, and then I've got all of these Triglavians. I doubt anybody would be doing much gate camping in a Triglavian system. Um, I get this isn't a Triglavian system. Those were separated, but it is one that was pushed toward. I think it's called minor luminality or something to that effect. I might even go so cheap as to not even go with the sister core probes. It's a battleship that showed up there. Okay, we got 21 people in this system. Nobody on gate. Planet 5, 3, warp to 100. Control B, safe 1. There we go. So I'm looking here. There's multiple NPC stations. There's multiple player-owned stations that are open for people to land at. So that's interesting. There are a lot of people in system. There's 22 people in system here. I'm going to warp back to my safe spots. There's a retriever out here. That's interesting. It's Mackinac, some ventures, orcas. So people are mining here. So this is a mining op. That's why there's so many people here, most likely. So I'm not too worried about that. The only other thing too is I just want to check now that I have my auto map. Oh shoot! I was going backwards. I wanted to go up through this way. I set my autopilot wrong. I'm an idiot. Where's my autopilot? And I set it to safer. So I was just going by my map, not by. Yep. So that's why I'm not running into any issues right now. I'm such an idiot. Let's go back. I thought I was a lot closer to Tama. I didn't think I was 10 away, but maybe I should quit coffee. So this is a mining op in high sec, and that's why it's going on. That's what weirded me out. I was like, there's a big mining op out in faction warfare space? That's weird. Um, maybe that happens, but this will just take me a couple more minutes. And guess what? I have a safe spot out there. So the irony here is, watch, now that I'm going back through, there will be a gate camp in that area that I was talking about. So there's Hysteria. Or it'll be camped by those Triglavians. Okay. Okay, we got 10 people in system. Nobody on gate. Not. It's funny being out in nullsec all the time. You get used to not jumping gate to gate. Um, I don't worry about it so much. I'm sure there's a reason why I don't want to do it, but I don't worry about it so much in low sec. And I'm a little bit annoyed with myself that I turned around by accident. So I'm not too far away. So now it could get a little bit dangerous. Got to pay a little bit more attention. Now the other part too is looking at the maps. It says ships lost. Um, there is a differentiation between ships lost to other players and ships lost to people who are running systems or something like that. And that can happen a lot in incursions and things like that, from what I understand. Okay. Oh, we've only got 2 people in this system. Mr. George Spock is here. So, but I don't have a save spot, so let's go ahead and set one of those up. I'm more so interested in getting to Tama, so I can always come back to these systems later on. I just want to see what I can do to get there. And I actually want, my goal for this video is to fly to that gate that I was worried about, if I can get into Tama, and see if there is anybody gate camping there. I do have just a basic prototype cloaking device that I can warp to an area. I would like to set up some save spots around some of the gates so that I can watch things. If I can get videos of gate camps and show people in videos how other people gate camp them, that would be kind of cool. Um, if it saves somebody a ship, that's cool. If it gives somebody more content where they want to learn how to gate camp stuff, that's cool too. I don't gate camp. I think I did it once for about 30 minutes. Okay, we got nobody in system here. Planet. Let's go planet 5, warp within 100. Control B, safe 1. We're 2 jumps away from Tama. There we go. We got 6 people in system. Then I can also start taking some time and looking at the names here and who's in the areas, if it's full tilt faction warfare, or if it's just people living out here. And then I can always swing back over to Amanda Rose and just do some NPC stuff that I want to do. I will die. There's no getting around it. I may die here within the next 5 minutes. But the more I do this, the better I'll get. Okay, so we're going into Sujuranto. So I'm going into this system. I'm coming through this way. So this might be a questionable spot here. About to find out. Okay, I got nobody here. There is an NPC spot here. Planet 4, warp within 100. Control B, save 1. Submitted. Oh wait, that was probably a bad one. I don't care. Let's try this again. Let's try planet 7, warp within 100. There we go. Control B, save 2. Submitted, and we're going to delete out save 1. Move location. Cool. Okay. Now here comes the scary one. I'm going to try to jump into Tama here. There's a very good chance that this might be gate camped. This is the highest volatility of any system that's out here. If it is gate camp, the first thing you want to do is take a deep breath. Then plan either are you going to gate crash back or are you going to try to get away? Okay, so I got a gnosis right here at 1800 kilometers. So he's sitting on that station. So he may be watching to see if anybody's coming through. Got 43 people there. Nobody on gate. Let's get the frick off of this right now. Control B. Safe 1. Submitted. Okay. So I have a safe spot set up. I got 43 people in system, so I have made it into Tama. Now look at all this. There's people, angry little people. Or actually big people. Now I have no idea what I'm doing here, so let's just try to take a look around. Now the gate that I was talking about earlier was this one here, Norvaken. Now the question is, there is a station here. It's a Satoyo that looks like it's the same distance away. I'm going to actually warp to this one and dock up. Why? Because I can warp to it, dock up directly, and then come back out and be tethered off of the station and kind of get my wits about me. And I think that should be near the gate that I was keeping an eye out for. So we got somebody 110 kilometers off of the gate here. Okay. Now, since it is a player-controlled station, I can view outside. I can see what's going on out here. There we go. Is there anybody out here? This is a freaking huge station. Okay. View inside. I'm going to go ahead and undock. I should be tethered, if I'm remembering correctly. This guy's 37 off of me. Now it won't tether up until I actually decloak here from my location change timer. Now this guy's come out behind me. Just warped off. Okay. So all I'm doing here, now I'm tethered. Okay. So this is interesting. Now where is the gate? There it is. So it's 1,300 kilometers off. I don't think I can look at something that far away. Oh, I can. Okay. So this is the gate here. And if you look, there is a body there. Scholar Aris's frozen corpse. There is a capsule floating around right there. We got a public fleet flying through right there. So nobody is actually gate camping it right now. So that's cool. There are some novice sites here. what I can do is actually warp to one of these and see if there's anybody at it at like 100. Um, there's a lot of stuff that I can do here. But so that is, maybe that's a good spot for me to end today's video so I can figure out, rather than me just blabber on about things, I can figure out some good content. There's a guy coming in right there. Maybe I can just travel around here, see what all's interesting. I might not stay in Tama, but it gives me a feel for what's going on. I'm going to stop. Look at my ship now. Make sure I'm still tethered. Okay. Um, yeah, so this guy is there. He's at 165 away. So I will go ahead and end the video today there. But this really gives me a lot of decent content that I can mess around in faction warfare space, maybe do some battle reports, look for. I don't have to stay in Tama, but this is a good starting point to challenge myself, work on my directional scanning, that sort of thing. And other than that, that's all I got for today. If there's anything you guys want to have a comment about or anything you want me to try while I'm out here, please feel free to let me know. If you have any pointers or anything, please let me know on that as well. Alrighty, you guys have a great day. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want. Bye bye.